Today on this cleaning video, we'll be tackling the master bedroom, kitchen, and living room. If you're new here, welcome, and please consider subscribing. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back. So I always like to take off my bedding at least once a week and get that washed and bleached. I have white sheets so that I can bleach them and they come out white as white. And I especially like doing this right after we get home from vacation, just because we get new sheets on our bed and it's just a new refresh all around. We just got back from Bear Lake this weekend. We went camping with some family members and it was so much fun. Here are all the towels that we used on our trip, our beach towels. We have a lot. Just moving stuff from the washer to the dryer. Here I am loading my sheets up. I like using the Tide Pods because in my washer it doesn't get so sud, and then the washer stops working and I have to do several cycles to get it rinsed out. So I like using the Tide Pods because it's just enough and it's really concentrated, so it works well. And I do have a washer and dryer downstairs as well, so I have two. I have a washer and dryer upstairs and a washer and dryer downstairs. So this is me starting another load of laundry downstairs. These are all of Ezra's sheets from our vacation, and then also from his bed. He had spilled some milk on them, so I'm just moving them to the dryer. And then I'm going to be starting a load of my whites in this washer downstairs. And I'm just starting that load of laundry of whites with the whitest cycle on the washer. And here we are back in my master bedroom. I needed to get some of the area clean, especially the nightstands and by the bench area. We didn't do much, or I did clean up before we left, but then when we got home it gets kind of messy again. So I'm just folding up this blanket and tidying up this area. Having the blinds open because it brings in more natural light from the outside. When it's so hot outside, I like to keep them closed some of the time as well. So it just depends on how hot it is and how much my air conditioning is working upstairs. Just straightening up and tidying up my dresser. It wasn't bad on this day. The nightstands were the things that were pretty bad on the floor, but most of the time it's not too bad. here is the disaster of a kitchen. When we get home from vacation and we're just kind of exhausted and everyone's napping, we don't really like to get the kitchen done, so I had it do. Or my husband, Jake, he did do the dishes the night prior, and so this is me just tidying up the kitchen and doing some of the deep cleaning that I needed to get done from the day before. Truly is amazing that you can walk in and feel so overwhelmed in an area and then start cleaning it and just not feel as overwhelmed as you continue to tackle it. And that's how I felt in this kitchen today. I just walked in and it just overwhelmed me and just started putting things away and tidying up, and then eventually I just felt a lot more relaxed and not so overwhelmed about it. Courtney had gotten flowers the week before, and so those are what I'm putting out by the window. They were looking kind of sad. I'm just showing you what's in at my sink. I have a wonderful husband, Jake, and he was so great and did the dishes at about 10 o'clock the night prior so that I wouldn't have as much to do the following morning. When we do get home from vacation as well, we try and put things away as soon as we get in the house. We don't leave it around to just wait until the next day, because I don't like that feeling of just having things staring at me and knowing that I have so much to do and being overwhelmed. I just want to put it away and then go and relax and just enjoy the time that we have left as a family together. We were just camping with our family, and so it was a lot of fun. But camping is a lot of work, especially with a 2.5-year-old. Ezra just would only take about maybe a 20-minute nap in the car as we were driving from our campsite to the beach for that day. And so me and Jake and the kids were pretty exhausted after chasing after him all weekend, but he has a lot of energy. And so I'm just putting away the dishes that Jake did the night before. is me cleaning my sink. I do this when I'm done with the dishes. It doesn't matter if it's at night or in the morning. It just depends on how my mood is that day, and I felt really happy to just get this all cleaned out, and it wasn't really messy. I really love looking at these flowers that Courtney got. It's so fun to see her dating and things like that. This stove was just so gross, so I needed to get that all cleaned off. I really enjoy wiping off my counters, especially when my little Austin, that's 15, is there talking to me and drinking his milk and eating his breakfast. This toaster is used a lot, so it's always out on the countertop. This is Kendra. She's one of my 18-year-old twins, and she was just telling me about the Nancy Drew show that she's watching on HBO Max, and she's really been enjoying watching that, and she's been trying to get all of the family members hooked on it because she loves it so much, and she loves how there's lots of jump scare parts, and she did record me jumping during one of the parts on the Nancy Drew show. The best part of cleaning is probably having my kids come and talk to me while I do it and hanging out with them. Our floors were just so gross this day. I probably have to mop the kitchen probably every other day at least, because there are so many people that live here, and it's the summer. It's been an extended summer, and so I'm just trying to get things in tip-top shape to get ready for this new week that's coming up. that is one of our coolers from our camping trip. We needed to put that back up in our garage, and I had emptied it and we washed it out, but then it didn't get put up yet, so when Jake gets home he'll put that up in the garage for me. And I love this steam mop. It's the Bissell. I had this one for about 10 years, and then it broke, and so I bought a brand new one because I loved it so much. And so it's really, really easy to use. You just put distilled water in the blue tank at the front, and then you put a pad on the bottom, and then you just wait for probably a couple of minutes until the blue light stops flashing, and then you're able to use it. And it gets things up so well, and it really cleans like in between the tile on my floors. It's really great for that. And we have a couple of different pads you can get. You can get a scrubbing pad, or the one that I was using today is just the normal pad, not the scrubbing pad. But this thing is really, really nice. And if you leave it too long on one part of the floor, it does get quite hot. So you just need to make sure that you don't stand that part of the floor. But it's so satisfying to watch just all the gunk just come right up off my floors. So I'm just going to be filming me mopping the floor in the kitchen. I'm not going to go to the half bath or the laundry room / mudroom. Just going to stay in this area just because this area was so bad, and one of Justin's chores on Monday is that he mops the floors. So I was going to leave the other couple of areas to Justin to finish up, just because I had more that I needed to do this day. So after you're done with the mopping, it's just so nice just to take the Bissell and just put the cord around it, and you are done. You don't need to dump out any buckets or anything like that, and then you just throw the pad in the washing machine and you are done. Now for the next room is the living room. You can see my two little girls are hanging out on their phones while I'm cleaning, and I'm sure we're having a conversation too or something, but they're fun to be around. And then we had gotten some stuff from Amazon. There was a great sale on Asics footwear. Asics are pretty expensive. So I'm just trying my best to tidy around the girls, and to put the room back to partially the way it was, but we still have a full day ahead. Using my V11 Dyson vacuum, and this was probably the first time that I've had it, that I have had this problem where I cannot get it to clear, and so I probably spent 20 minutes trying to unclog it, and so I was super frustrated with it. It's the V11 Dyson. Before this I really loved it, and now I was just super mad about it not working because it's so expensive that it should be really easy to figure out the clogs and things like that. And I'm trying to finish before the vacuum dies again. So you'll see me, I speed up really fast because it's getting clogged again, and it's saying that it's getting clogged in a certain spot, but I cannot figure out what spot that is. So I spent several times, I know my daughter had gotten some Cheetos in it, and so I had removed the Cheetos from that spot that was being clogged. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my channel. Please like and subscribe to this channel, and please leave a comment below. It really helps me know that I have people that are watching my videos, and I really appreciate you all stopping by. I'll see you next week. Bye!